Hi Virgos, welcome to Anti Tarot. Today we're doing your love reading for June 2021. I call on all my guides, angels, ascendant masters to help me be a clear channel for the Virgo collective who will be watching. So we're going to start out with these oracle cards to get a feel for the energy for you guys. The Wayfarer. That's interesting. It looks like someone is embarking on a journey. Either walking away from something or getting ready to go on a trip. Interesting, the Wayfarer. And then we have fervor. Looks like movement, quick movement. So looks like movement for you guys in June in the energy. All right. Interesting. Bottom of the deck is looks like an eagle. Fear of love, and then top of the deck is love yourself. I'm not going to take these, but I was just curious what the top and bottom cards are. All right, so let's pull the tarot card and see what is going on with you guys. All right, one card flipped over. We have Five of Swords, so a defeat of some sort, or feeling defeated, or have just recently been defeated. That's the current situation. And then we're going to pull from their perspective, your person's perspective. We'll pull a card for their head space, what they're thinking, a card for their heart space, what they're feeling, and then a card for their obstacle or block or challenge, and then advice from spirit, and then the final outcome. So we have five. The priest, traditionally that is the Hierophant. Wow, Revelation, which is traditionally Tower, and Ace of Cups. I'm going to put these two underneath of that since the three came out together. So that's in their head space. Now, does this want to come out? This one kind of flipped. In their heart space is the World. This kind of wanted to come out. Seven of Wands and Two of Cups. So they kind of, I'll take them. Okay, so, and then let's get a card for their challenge right now. Spirit guides, angels, ascendant master, what is going on with their challenge? Virgo's person's challenge. Okay, so that was easy. It jumped right out. We have Temperance. And then one card for advice from spirit for them, or advice. Okay, so we have two that we have Sage of Swords, which is King of Swords traditionally, and then Youth of Cups. All right, and then final outcome. Final outcome. One final card for the outcome of the situation for Virgo collective in love. All right, Man of Wands, so that's King of Wands, or Knight of Wands, I believe, because Sage is King. Bottom of the deck is Strength. All right, so let's see what is going on for you guys. So we looked at the situation, Five of Swords, as I mentioned, defeat. So the situation is about defeat, or having just lost the battle, or having just lost in love. Now in their headspace, they're thinking of commitment, because we have the priest. So they're thinking about commitment or marriage and new beginnings. So they're thinking about love. They're thinking about a new beginning in love. They're thinking about love, and perhaps a commitment in love. And they recently just had a revelation moment. Okay, so I read intuitively. So revelation traditionally in other decks is the Tower, but because I'm reading intuitively, what I'm getting from this is your person is thinking about love and emotions, and their emotions and love and commitment, and perhaps sharing their thoughts with their parents or loved ones or their family. So that's what they're thinking about. So your person is thinking about this relationship and commitment, and perhaps sharing it. Okay? Sharing what they're thinking. So that's their head space. So that's what they're thinking. In their heart space, we have the world. So it seems like this guy has the world on his shoulders. So they may be feeling a sense of responsibility or heavy burden that they're shouldering right now. Or they're feeling like they need to complete something first. Then we have Two of Cups. They're trying to discover themselves. They're looking into the mirror and trying to figure out what it is that they want. And they feel like they want to connect. Seven of Wands. However, they are dealing with some kind of battle. They're feeling defensive. So why are they feeling defensive? So basically there's a conflict. They're thinking one thing, but then they're feeling something else. So let's clarify their feelings. All right. Let's clarify with these cards. Spirit guides, angels, ascended masters, can you please clarify Virgo's person's feelings for their heart space? Please clarify this Seven of Wands for Virgo's person, the Emperor. So they want to be in control. So they're feeling defensive, and then the Emperor is clarifying that. So it's like they want to be in control. They don't want to lose themselves. They don't want to lose them. They're feeling they don't want to lose themselves in love. So they're a little defensive. Because this is the world. It's usually a closing up of something, but they don't want to lose themselves. That's what I'm getting. Can we get a second clarifier card? Let me pull from this deck for a second clarifier card. Can we get a second clarifier card for Virgo's person? So they gave us two. Okay, age difference. We have age difference, and we have abandoned, neglect, unloved, disregarded. All right, so there may be a age difference in your relationship. If that resonates, then that may be something they're also feeling. And if there is an age difference and you are younger, there's a fear of an abandonment later on. So they have some, they may have abandonment issue from childhood. And there's also a fear here of losing control, I believe, or still want to be control. So that's why they're feeling defensive, because they feel like they don't want to lose themselves. So in their head, they're thinking they want to move forward. They want a commitment. They want to talk about the relationship with someone and talk about their thoughts. You know, someone meaning like with family members or people they trust, you know, parents. But in their heart space, they're feeling a little bit the opposite of what they're thinking in their head. So the obstacle right now is temperance, which is balance. Okay, so your person is having difficulty balancing what's in their heart versus what's in their head. So this is interesting. It's reversed though, because normally the head is the practical side, right? The head is what's stopping you and the heart wants to go forward. But your person in their head space is saying they're thinking about going forward and making commitment. But in their heart, they're feeling defensive. They're feeling like they don't want to lose themselves. They don't want to end being single. They want to maintain control or have control, and if there is an age difference, they're also concerned about that. That, you know, later on, if you're the younger one, you may abandon them, and then which stem from childhood issue, you know, feeling neglected, unloved, disregard. So, because these two came out together, age difference and abandonment. And their obstacle right now is working on balancing those two because they're conflicting. So Spirit's advice to them, we have the King of Swords. King of Swords is, well, in this case we have a judge, but King of Swords can also be an air sign, could be an air sign, and represents mental clarity. Someone who's very sharp in their thinking. So Spirit may be suggesting to them to maybe think clearly about the situation, and if it makes them feel comfortable, maybe look into legal, legal contracts, people or agreements, or, whatever people do before they get married. Perhaps like a prenuptial agreement or some kind of agreement that will protect them legally, that will make them feel a little bit more comfortable with the situation, along with thinking clearly, because we have this judge here with the court. And then we have Youth of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. So Spirit's telling them to listen to their heart, listen to their intuition, and trust their intuition, but they can also protect themselves legally, is the advice from Spirit, if that gives them some sense of peace or comfort to help them with this fear. Okay. And then the final outcome, we have the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is moving forward. So it looks like they will move forward with the situation or with the relationship. Let's pull another clarifier card for the Knight of Wands, Spirit, for the outcome. Can we get a clarity card for the final outcome? One more card, Spirit. Temperance. Look, you guys, we have Temperance again, which is what Spirit advises. So the final outcome is they will be healed, they will be balanced. And look, this Temperance has no head. So this tells me they're going to go with their heart. They're going to move forward with their heart. So that's good news for you guys. So now I understand fervor. It's like this horse is like running away. And remember I said at the beginning, looks like somebody's backpack running away. So I feel the energy for this is more their energy. They're a little fearful. It's like they want to make the commitment in their head. They're thinking about it, but then a part of them want to pack up and run away and like get the heck out of, out, like this horse running wild, with lightning, because they're so fearful, like there's storm and lightning, and then the horse go crazy and make the horse sound. They just run like mad. That's what I get a sense for your person is fear. Those scary horror movies where it's dark and windy and stormy and lightning and windy, and then the animals just go crazy, and then they suddenly, the gate open and they just charge running like mad. And that's all based on fear. So that's the energy I pick up here, and with them on their backpack. So that's their energy. And remember, we had the fear at the bottom of the deck. Fear of love. All right. So fear of love, I didn't pull that out, but now I know. And then at the top was love yourself. All right. So that's the energy for them that I feel. Now the role is a general reading, so the roles could be reversed if it applies to you. If it makes more sense for you, then switch however it resonates. All right. So they're having and the situation, they're feeling defeat. Perhaps defeat in love from past relationship. All right. So, but overall, they will balance it out. And perhaps maybe having some kind of a legal agreement will help them to feel a little bit more comfortable. But they will move forward and they will follow their heart, and there will be balance. All right. So let's pull. I usually pull final cards from an oracle deck, but for some reason I feel drawn to pull a card from this deck for you guys. Guidance from the star, galactic self, unify field, star connection, tree of life, circle of life, clear energy channel, nurture, self-healing, ruby ray, birthing the new earth, Lemurian egg, rest, reintegrate of divine portal. I don't know if that applies or not because I barely shuffle, so let's see. Spirit guides, angels, ascended masters, do you have any final messages for Virgo's collective watching from this deck? One final message for them. Okay, so is it this card that's sticking out? Heart of ascension, expansion, love for all, playfulness, release the past. Okay. So this is for them, I believe. Their heart is ascending. They need to learn to open and expand their heart and be a little playful and release the past. So basically release this childhood abandonment trauma, that fear. All right. So, and I'll pull final messages from the oracle cards, one for each of you. So, final messages for Virgo, one card for Virgo and one card for their person, please. Oh, say yes. What are you waiting for? The answer to your question is yes. All right, you guys, if you're asking a question, the answer is yes. And then we have don't wobble. Are you having a wobble? Whether a minor one or a major one, this is completely understandable. You are facing tough choices. But deep inside yourself, you know what you need to do. This card is here to validate your deeper knowing and the decision that you are making. As you move forward, your anxiety will ease and you will find your balance. Wow. Look, you guys, this I feel is more for them. Look, we were talking about balance, and this is spirit advice to them is balance. And then the final card message for the reading we get, it talks about, finding your balance As you move forward, your anxiety will ease and you will find your balance. Wow. So, message for you, if you're wondering if you have a question, is yes. Message for them is don't wobble. And then, what was the other card that fell out? So we have 2 more cards. Empower yourself. Empowerment does not mean that we have power over others. It means that we have power over ourselves. We honor our capacity for free will and conscious choice while honoring the same in others. This card asks you to evaluate your present situation and to take an ownership for your right to choose with a recognition of the entitlement of others to do the same. So I feel this is maybe for both of you, but I feel it's more for them. Remember, I picked up something about control in their heart space. They feel like they don't want to lose control. They don't want to lose themselves. So Spirit's saying to empower themselves. You can be empowered and still not lose yourself. And then the last card that fell out was imperfection. It's interesting. There's the word love in here. Love. In our goal-driven world, we can seek to blame whenever things do not run smoothly. And yet it is our imperfections that make our human lives the perfect vessel for the evolution of the soul. Strive to be the best that you can be. Cherish your mistakes and those of others and honor the learning to be found in every experience. All right, so if someone's trying to be perfect, and I know you Virgos are perfectionists, so I think this may be a message for you. It's okay to be imperfect. So this is interesting. There's exactly 4 cards fell out. I asked for one for you and one for them. Spirit gave you 2 messages and them 2. So the answer for yours is the answer is yes, and it's okay to not be perfect. You get the imperfection card, and they get a card of don't wobble and empower yourself. Very nice, very balanced, very equal. 4 cards fell out, 2 for you, 2 for them. All right, Virgos, I hope that was useful and helpful to you. I hope it resonated. Let me know in the comments if it did. Thanks for watching. Wishing you all the best. Love and light to you. And I will catch you again in the next video. Bye.